Hi, this is Marjan Khan. I am a property consultant at Intro Property, Istanbul, Turkey. Today we are sitting in our lawyer's office and we'll be filming a short video for our clients and customers who live overseas and they want to get Turkish citizenship. So, Mr. Hakan, thank you so much for your precious time. My name is Marjan. Would you like to say something about the random condition of Turkey and the way where the Turkish lira and the things are proceeding in order to get the Turkish citizenship?
Hi Marjan, this is Hakan, the manager partner of LP Legal. We are based in Istanbul and we are representing foreign companies and individuals regarding their operations in Turkey. Most demanded subject of ours is now the Turkish nationality. There's a large demand on it. One of the high topics in Turkey is now the nationality program. It takes attention from all around the world, from China to US. We have clients. We have a reputation mostly in immigration law and immigration program. I used to work in immigration law since 6 years, even before the Turkish nationality program, and now it is one of our major subjects. We are representing individuals who will apply for Turkish nationality.
Okay.
And we are assisting Turkish and foreign real estate companies in their legal operations.
All right.
And also related subjects.
All right. So since we are talking about the Turkish citizenship, so I'm going to ask you a few questions that we are facing from our clients all across the world who come from different nationalities and they are so eager to get the Turkish citizenship. Hakan, my first question from you would be that what are the easiest and most fastest and efficient ways to acquire Turkish citizenship?
The most efficient way is the purchasing a real estate in Turkey. That's also the most demanded one.
All right. So when we talk about purchasing, is there any specific figure that we have to touch, and what are the types of attributes of the property, like be it the office or whatever? Any such rule about it?
The amount must be minimum 250,000 US dollars.
All right.
It can be more, but it cannot be less.
Okay.
And the property type is doesn't matter. It can be anything: a office place, a compound, a flat, a villa, a land. There is no limit on it.
Okay. So my next question would be that if a customer says that I want to get a Turkish citizenship, is there any age limitation on the main buyer, like the one who will be the owner and the representative of the family?
The investment will cover the person, the applicant, and its spouse, and kids under 18 years old.
Okay, so if we have a case where the children are above 18, what would be the condition in that case?
There will not be included the program.
All right, so they will not get any legal accommodation in the country?
Their parents will be Turkish, so if they are choosing to live in Turkey, they are always welcome. They can get their residency permits in Turkey and they can create a life here, of course.
Okay, so when we talk about residence permit, how long will it stay, and is there any chance that in future that residence permit would eventually lead to exchange of the passport for that candidate?
Of course, this is another way to apply for the Turkish nationality. If an individual holds their residency during 5 years without any break, they can apply to Turkish nationality with the general terms of Turkish nationality law.
All right. So, Hakan, there is another thing here that the person or the candidate that is above 18 and he has a residence permit, they will have to constantly stay here or work legally in the country, or they can be students or what?
They don't have to work. They can be students. They can also work. But the concept of having residency to be a resident in Turkey, so if they are applying, they should be here.
Okay, if we have a customer that they do not want to pay and they cannot unfortunately afford 250k USD, is it a possibility that they can get it on the installment plan as well?
They can get with the installment plan, but they must complete the entire 250,000 US dollars before they apply.
Okay, it could be 2 months or 6 months. There is no
Or a
such
year,
specification.
yes.
All right. And Hakan, there is another case that if the husband and a wife, they belong to different nations, they have different passports, and at the time of applying, they came up with different passports and they want to apply. Is there any legal problem in those cases?
There is no any legal problem, and actually it's really common practice. We have clients who are holding different passports and they are married.
All right. Another question is that how long does the process of citizenship takes from the time of buying till the time of delivery of passport?
Between 3 and 4 months.
Not more than that?
Yes.
All right. And what are the kind of legal documents that you need from a candidate who comes to you for applying?
Of course. The applicant must present a birth certificate and a document to show their marital status.
Okay. Along with the kids, if they have so.
If they have so, they must present a birth certificate for the kids as well.
Okay. Another important question is that what would be the type of this property? Like it's like the British system that it lasts till the next generation, or it just stop by that 100 years lease program which most of the countries are offering?
It lasts until the next generations and
okay,
continues.
All right. If a buyer, like as you know that this COVID last year has just changed everything in the world, especially when it comes to business and the buying and selling all across the world. We are facing so many clients who want to buy property but they cannot travel here because of the restrictions. So what are the processes, legal processes, that if the candidate is out of Turkey and he or she want to get citizenship online?
I see. As LP Legal, 40% of our clients did not visit Turkey yet because of the pandemic measures. They didn't want to travel. So what we did is we present them with the power of attorney that we received from them, and we managed the entire process until they receive their passports in their country.
All right. Another important question is that if a candidate want to sell this property, resell this property, so what is the situation and the law? What does the Turkish law says in that condition?
The investor must keep their real estate for following 3 years, and after 3 years they are free to sell.
All right. So next question, very important question, is that if a customer or a buyer has 2 wives, so what are the chances that he can apply for both of his wives simultaneously, or if he can apply for single spouse, who would be given the priority?
They can apply with 2 spouses, but they must legally married in their country. So it means that their country must accept to have 2 wives legally.
All right. So my next question is that what is the procedure of transferring the funds online? Like do it have to come directly to the developer account, or if the real estate company is in between, it can also come through them legally?
The money must be transferred from the buyer or buyer's representative via bank.
All right. What is the chances that the Turkish government can increase the rate of buying property from 250k USD to the above? What's your point of view on that legally?
Okay, it is difficult to answer. As you know, before 250k, the minimum investment amount used to be $1 million US.
Okay.
When the government changed the law, we saw more demand. So it is still taking so many demands. So it is difficult to say it can be cancelled, it can be increased. That's a kind of politic.
All right, the political reasons. Yeah. Very well said. I want to ask you one thing, that is there any rule that if a candidate has applied and during the application the law fluctuates, so what would be the implication on that candidate?
When investor made the 250k of investment, the authority issues a letter which confirms that the investment has made. Once you have that confirmation letter, you don't need to worry about anything because you have your right to apply for the nationality.
My next question is, Hakan, that what is the percentage of tax at the time of buying? It's like directly related to the amount you are purchasing of, or it is a specific figure that on purchase? Just talk about 250K initially.
For example, are you asking VAT?
Yes, I'm asking.
Okay, VAT is, there are different kind of rates, 1, 8 and 18.
Okay.
It depends on the type of the property. For example, it's a commercial unit, the VAT is 18%.
Okay.
If it's a house, it depends on the size of the house, but it changed 1 to 18 also. Other than, there is also title deeds taxes related to land registry, and this is 4%.
Okay, so what are the exemptions in terms of foreign investor about taxes?
Tax exemptions is for people who doesn't live in Turkey. It means they are not staying more than 6 months during a year. So this tax exemptions not only for foreigners, this is also for Turkish people who are not living in Turkey.
Okay, and this is the consecutive time?
Yes, the exemptions means that you don't pay any VAT when you purchase a real estate.
Okay, at the time of buying and at the time of getting the passport, is there any law that the candidate has to stop in the country, or they can go abroad after applying and they can pursue their passport from their other countries?
Of course, they don't have to stay, they are not obligated to stay in Turkey or visit Turkey during the entire process or after that.
Okay, and do the need of all the applicants will be physically important here? That if a candidate, just imagine a husband is here and he is applying for his wife and his children as well, so it's okay if the other candidates are not physically present here. In that case, how do you deal?
Our country has consulates all over the world, so the applicant can use one of our representative, like Turkish consulates, to submit their biometric fingerprints and apply for the ID card, national ID card and Turkish passport.
Okay. And I want to know something about that. If a buyer, like you said, 250 is for one family citizenship or one individual. So if a buyer has a budget of around 500K USD or above, is there any way that one unit they can divide into two passports? And if there is a law about it, then who are the other people who are eligible to get the second passport?
Two different individuals can share one title deed to apply to nationality, but the minimum amount must be 500K.
All right. If there is a family who has a wife and she is about to deliver a child and their immigration process is just in the queue, not completed yet, in that case, what is the rule about that baby? That would it be considered the Turkish citizen, or he or she will get the passport of their native country?
If she gives a birth during the application, we present the information to the application file.
Okay.
If she gives a birth after the application, when it finished, the baby will already born as Turkish national.
All right, very well said. And is there any specific profession that the candidate or their children have to legally pursue here? Like, is there anything, a legal military thing or any other service or a medical institution where they need to fill that gap and they have to complete it through the foreign candidate who has applied for passport and eventually become a Turkish citizen?
So if the investor is over 22 years old, he is not obligated to go to military service.
Okay.
But if they are older than 22 when they obtain the nationality, for example, a 17 years old kid gets the nationality with the father, when he becomes 18, he must go to the military service.
Okay.
However, we have certain laws that allows you to not to go or postpone it for a while. If you are a student, you can postpone it until you are graduated. Or if you are working abroad, we have a program, you can make a payment to not to go at all.
Can a third party pay on behalf of somebody if the applicant is physically not present in the country? So what is the condition in that case about the payment?
As we mentioned before, regarding the law, the payment must be made by the buyer or representative of the buyer. So a third party can represent the buyer and send the money on behalf of the buyer via a power of attorney.
Okay, so power of attorney is the main thing. They can transfer their power of attorney to the third candidate.
Correct.
And he or she can represent on their behalf.
Correct. In common practice, our clients, for example, they are demanding to send the money from a third country, a totally different country than he is, and a third party makes the payment on behalf of him. Yeah.
Okay. Another very important question is that in your idea, can you name a few countries where you can travel visa-free from Turkey? Any main countries? And if yes, what are the benefits of those citizens being a citizen of this country but pursuing their career or jobs and everything to the other country?
There are many countries that you can enter without visa. And also there are many benefits such as programs in US, Canada and UK. As a Turkish national, it is easier to apply different kind of visas, residency permits, work permits.
Okay.
So most of our clients are targeting to get visa from work permit from US like E2, E5, or
Very good.
Yeah, and having Schengen European visa is really easy for Turkish nationals.
What are the benefits of being Turkish citizens? What are the countries that we are absolutely traveling without visa?
There are over 110 countries that you can travel without visa. Some of them are Singapore, Japan, Brazil, Ukraine, Argentina. Yeah.
Okay. If someone's citizenship application got rejected in any way, it could be deficiency of the funds, it could be any not submission of the legal documents. How can the candidate resubmit the application without being physically here?
It depends on the reason of the rejection. For example, if they reject because of false information, it's also depends on the information that they didn't give. For example, if they have criminal problems,
okay,
yes, they might not able to reapply for the nationality, but of course they can have the refund with selling their property.
Okay.
They are free to do that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Hakan, for your wonderful time. It was very well acknowledged, and we'll make sure that do things work in a very positive way. Thank you so much, guys. If anybody of you is interested to buy property in Turkey, don't forget to contact us, that Intro Property. The name is written there in the subscription, and thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.